So, welcome back to a little update video. I'm still alive. I think the worst of my illness is now over. It was a terrible day yesterday. As always, I'm using this method here. For more information, I made a standalone video. I will link it at the end. Okay. Let's start with a little rant on AMC. For the whole tracking, just watch the meme video from yesterday. Just a little add today to what we did in the last days. The thing is it nowadays really normal that people can't be wrong anymore or can't say that they were wrong? Is that really normal today? Because what I read and saw and heard yesterday is ridiculous. To say that this here doesn't matter and this here is just this. Really? It would be the same as saying, I don't know, this here is just this here. It doesn't matter. Or this here is just this here. It doesn't matter. Or like in 2020, this here is just this here. It doesn't matter. Really? Only to not to come into the situation where you have to say, shit, I predicted something wrong. When I am predicting something, for example, let's look here, bull. Bull is already too late. Let's say Unity. Okay, I said in my early predictions that this here was our A, and this was our A pullback. And I was wrong, because in my opinion, now we are in A, and now we are in the A pullback. But it would be the same like saying, I said this was A, where we bounced and made new all-time high, new highs, not all-time highs, but this is the same like this. Really? Are you really following such people who are never wrong? I mean, they are always wrong, but they are saying they are never wrong. This is a new all-time high, all-time low. There is no, yeah, it doesn't matter. No, this is a new all-time low. Is a very, very, very significant landmark. That's not like something like, I don't know, something like this or this. These things doesn't matter. A new all-time low is really something significant. You can't just say this doesn't matter. And of course, the next thing you hear is, we don't need a higher low now. There's a very big chance that we just get from here. Of course, as always. Always when we're making a new low, we suddenly can squeeze from here. Just saying. Again, no, I really hate this when I read and see things. We never did that. We don't did that in 2025. Here, we higher low channel, then we went. In 2024, all-time low, higher low, then we went. In 2020, all-time low, higher low, channel, then we went. We never in the whole history of AMC, never squeezed from the bottom. And of course, because these people know that, saying, yeah, it's possible because, for example, BYND did that in October. And that's the same lie. It didn't. What is that here? You made a V, you made a higher low, you made a channel, and then you squeezed. Really, stop looking at these idiots. It's really, I don't understand it. Really, how did these people, for first, maybe they're doing it on purpose, or they are really that stupid? But what they are saying is just untrue. And if you follow them, you will lose money. The thing is, in December, nothing will happen. In my opinion, you always have a chance that you may be very quick doing this higher low, but as long as you're not doing this higher low, no. And because in the same thing, when I read in the comments, haha, I already have 600 to 2,000 January contracts, and I bought more. Why? If you have January contracts, okay, fine. They are only worth 1 cent, I think. It doesn't matter if you say them. Okay, fine. Why buy them? January contract to buy January contracts now is just, I don't know. At least, or Marches are already very risky, but January's? Okay. So, we made a new all-time low on AMC. And that's a very, very, very significant landmark. And I think it's not over yet. I already showed it yesterday. You have this trend line here. From 2019 till today, it was a resistance line. In 2020, in the squeeze, it was a breakout retest line. Perfect. In 2024, it was a resistor, a support, a resistance and support line, and also a breakout retest line. And in 2025, it was a support line. So I could bet with you, we will come down here. Quick or slow, doesn't matter. We will come down here. And you will start the higher low. This most likely will be already end of December. This will be mid-January. And then you have the chance to go. I mean, yeah, we could do it quicker, but everyone who is telling you this is not possible. Same thing for GameStop. Just saying. In my opinion, we're still not finished here. All in all, the main tracking is just that till 2020, this was your big A. And since 2020, April till April 2024, this was your B pullback. And right now, you're doing the higher low of this A pullback. And in my opinion, I mean, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, if we're making new highs or new lows, I won't say that this doesn't matter. I never did. Every time when I was wrong, 2 times till now on this channel, I'm saying, yeah, I misinterpreted it. I was wrong. But in my opinion right now, we are not finished. This is your T. And for the smaller tracking, your T, your peak is your little C. This is already your lower high, if we are quick. If not, this was your lower high. But if you are quick, this was your lower high, this was your M. So the next thing you have to do a lower low. You have to come up again. And then you have to break this line here. You just have to. It's doing that on all other stocks every time. And my target is still something under 17. And of course, and I tell you that already now, if GME is doing that, this here will of course be no new landmark. No, it will be this. Yeah, of course. because we are not wrong, never. And of course, if you're doing this, we can insta squeeze. We don't need a higher low. No. Oh my god. I mean, at least it gives me energy. These people give me energy again. My last word to it, stop listening to these idiots who are always wrong but never say they are wrong. Please. Okay. Next thing, beyond, because we talked about it. So this is our bullish stock. Bullish outlook. This thing in October for the bullish tracking was just our higher low. And we didn't squeeze from the bottom. We squeezed from the higher low. Yeah, from the higher low. We didn't squeeze from the V. So all in all, is this higher low finished? Yeah. Here, this higher low is finished. For the bullish tracking, everything is fine. We did a V and a. Perfect. Right now, we're doing the tiny higher low of the higher low. The only thing, we had yesterday a 6% run. But this was nothing. Let's look, was it a 0.5? No. This landmark here is nothing. If this would have been A, okay, but then we should already have bounced here. So this is just tiny higher low. But for the tiny higher low to be finished, you have to go to V and A. So in my opinion, we still have to go to 93. Today is Wednesday. I'm still the opinion we could finish that till Friday. Let's see. But we have to come down here. The only alternative I would have, because always have an alternative, to say this is 100%. No. I already did that once on SPY, and of course the Fractal gods fucked me. Always have at least one alternative. Nothing is bad on having an alternative. So the alternative would be that this isn't your higher low, that this is your T of this whole thing. And that would mean that the higher low isn't finished. I mean this higher low. And in that case, you have a gap here. And in that case, you will have to drop under this, and you will most likely gap fill. Then a little higher low, and then we go. It's only an odd. But for levels, if you break this here, 85 cents, you will do that. Right now, it still looks perfect. Sorry. But right now, you still have to do this. But if you come lower, you will do this. Pretty easy. Yeah, Bad Bar from Beyond wasn't changing yesterday. DGT didn't do anything yesterday. Highcroft Mining, just for a little update. Our target is still 31. Maybe with a little B pullback, when then it should come right now. But to say this, it would be just something like this here. Not a big one. The big pullback will come here at 31. It will be this pullback. And it will look like something like this. And for levels, let's say, no, let's say we do really the peak at 31.26. Then we just take the low, the absolute low here, and this would be a pullback target. So you would come up, pull back to the 0.5, and then you go again. And again, this would be our next target, 87. But here also, I don't think we get a big pullback here. And we just ran to all-time highs. And then the interesting question is, are we breaking it or not? But Highcroft Mining still looks absolutely bullish. Okay. Little update on NIO. Nothing really changed. Here's our bullish chart for NIO. We already finished the big B. We are now in the run to C. We already did our A and are in our A pullback right now. And normally the A pullback is finishing in a 0.5. So here's our 0.5. We bounced on it. So with my rules, okay, it's absolutely possible that this is already our higher low and we are ready to go. There's only one little anomaly where we already did this whole thing in 2020 and you did it here. It's the same move. V, higher low, big A, head and shoulders, and you drop. This drop ended in a V under A. So the thing is, I think there could be two things. First of all, this could be an anomaly. Just saying. This could be an anomaly where you say, okay, NIO made an A which ended in a V under A, or I'm interpreting this wrong. In that case, that would mean that your B is up here, and this was your A, and this is just your higher low. The only thing I hate on that is this should be your T. And there are cases where the higher low is going over T, but normally this should be your A. But yeah, all in all, and here the same. Here's your T. That this is higher low and but all in all, I'm still thinking we need our V&A. Here. Our V&A is at 4.7. We are now at $5. So that would be still a drop of 10 cents at 10%. Then we do the higher low. And then we will see this. Still looks pretty good. Just we need a little bit more downside, a little bit more time. Okay, next one is plug. Here our bullish tracking for plug. Yeah. For the bullish tracking for plug, we finished our big high low, are right now in our big A, and also here we are in the pullback of our A. And also here, the thing is, in this case, I would say we have a good chance that this wasn't A, that this was higher low. For the bullish tracking, this whole thing is our A. We are under the trend line, so but still. For the bullish tracking, this was AA. This here is our 0.5. We bounce on it. Two ways. We are breaking out and we go. Or we still have to come back for the finish of high low and then we go. And then our next target is 31 for B. If this is just higher low, then we really have to come down here to $1. Then a little higher low is following, and then we go. So yeah, just saying, everything over $3 is bullish. everything under 162 is bearish for the moment. And the really bad alternative is if you break under 86 cents, because then this whole thing was a T. Not A, not higher low, it was T. And then you have to do a new all-time low. Just saying. Always have an alternative. FCEL, nothing really to say here. Still up, up, up. So here's our chart. What the fuck? So, here's our bullish chart for FCEL. This is the move we're expecting. Something around 165. And for FCEL, we already finished everything. So FCEL is already in the run. Here, perfect example. Here's your T. Here is your higher low, which was ending in a V and A. Then we broke out. We made our A, made the A pullback. Also here, it went a little bit lower than a 0.5, but it was a perfect breakout retest. And right now, we are at the small, tiny A landmark with the little pullback. Your next move should still be something around 13. Then you're doing this little pullback, maybe, if you're repeating out of the past, and then we just run. For this, we would be right here, right now. This, and then boom, boom. Still looks absolutely perfect. Next one, BLNK. For BLNK is here our bullish tracking. We would be right now in fractal number 3. So 1, 2, 3. And for the bullish tracking, what we want to see is something like that. Just saying. Sounds stupid, but still. For BLNK, we just finished the higher low. Let's look. Yeah. This is just our higher low. It finished in a V&A, and right now we're doing the little higher low of the higher low. And also in that case, we would already finished it. So the next move should be massive upside. The only alternative I have would be that this wasn't our higher low, that this was our T. In that case, we have to do a new low. In that case, we are at the same spot here, like in 2020, this spot here. And we really have to come. I would imagine this is 30 cents or ish. And then the stock becomes really stupid, the penny stock. I will still track it, but the danger is getting horrendously high. For the bullish tracking, your next target would be $4 for your A and 26 for your B. But right now, still looks perfect. Okay. Next one, SAVA. As always, for the full story, watch the weekly recap video. For what we are doing in the last days, we are in the higher low right now. And I really have to say, I mean, okay, this could be a T, this could be a 0.5. You have the chance to go. My only problem is this whole thing is just higher low. And for this, in my opinion, we have to come to $2.04. This is our V&A high low, then we go. It just takes so much longer than I thought. The chances to get it this year are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. There's still a tiny chance that we get it in December, but in my opinion, it's tiny. If not, it will be something between January and April. Yeah? Let's see. Next one is Unity. And as already said in AMC, I was wrong here. I thought that this was our big A and small C, and this is already the A pullback. It wasn't. So I have to say I was wrong on this. And this landmark is not the same like this landmark. It just isn't. So for the tracking now, I still think that this is now our A peak. So we are forming right now the lower high. For forming the lower high, we have to go down here, then up again. This will be our lower high. Then a new low again. This would be our M. A new low. This would be our T. And then our new target is $25 for our 0.5. Then higher low, and then we go. After we did this, our next target is 108. Still looks perfectly tracking. Okay, next one. Open. So here our bullish chart for open. The first fractal already finished. FCEL MT. We already did our high low. We already did our A and our B, and are in the B pullback right now. And right now I'm getting more and more the opinion that we really have to go down to 429. In that case, I think we just did our T peak. It would be this. And we still have to do this here. Maybe. The only thing where you can say no, we don't do that, would be that this was your T, this was already your V, your higher low, and you go. So for levels wise, just saying everything over 778 is bullish. Then we don't need this pullback anymore, and our next target is all-time highs. But if you break under 627 again, you will come down here. Okay. Okay. AI, C3I, just a little glimpse on that. Still looks perfect. For symmetry play, I still think we are somewhere in here. And we're expecting something like this. For my tracking method, let's look. Yeah. I said we still need more time. And we still need to finish the higher low. For the finish of the higher low, we still not finished. We still need our BYND. So 13.99. Then you have the next chance to go. So a little bit more. But then your next target is 30 for A and 36 for B. Grab, I don't have to show. GNS didn't do anything. FFAI, I think didn't do anything either. Yeah. Here's our bullish checking for FFAI. And yeah. Let's look on. We already did our higher low. We are right now doing the higher low of the higher low. Which would mean this is your A, B, C, lower high, midpoint. In that case, this would be your T right now. And you still have to go down to $1.02. and then you're ready. Maybe we're doing this till Friday already. All in all, looks fantastic. Bull. The thing with bull, it looks very good right now. So here's our bullish chart for bull. The bullish chart for bull. If this was our VNA, if this was our bottom, which it could, then we are doing the higher low right now. And the thing is that yesterday I said this is our VNA and here's a gap. And I said if we're doing the VNA, we will fill the gap. And oh wonder, we did. So there shouldn't be much downside anymore. This could be our V, and right now we should do the higher low of the higher low, and ready to go. If we're still dropping, just saying, then this wasn't our bottom. Then we still need a new low. Still looks good. This could be a perfect entry for a buy. No financial advice, of course. If we want to be safe, it's still the old level at $12. But this thing looks bullish, really bullish right now. Okay, last one, SPY. It's really getting boring right now. I really have to say that. Two versions as always, bullish and bearish. But with this stupid price action here, and I mean this whole thing, I still the opinion that we are still in spring action right now. Whatever move we get, up or down, will be volatile as fuck. Just saying, because this is nothing. This is really stupid. For the bullish version, this is still your B. And for the bullish version, we did yesterday the 0.5. So the B pullback should be finished. In that case, this was your B, your little C, your lower high, your midpoint. This was your T. And this was your V, and this was your higher low. So in that case, you really should start going upside from here. As always, your target is around here for your A and your little C. The only alternative, I will always have an alternative. The last time I said I don't see an alternative, and yeah, Fractal gods weren't happy about that, is that this was already a C in the A. In that case, your target is 67. I mean, it's not much. The only problem I have with this, you could say we dropped into the wedge already. But this is a tiny drop. That's still okay. This isn't a tiny drop into the wedge again. In that case, I don't know if we are holding this level. If we're not holding this level, oh, that would be bad. But let's see what we get. The only no, because this is already higher low. The only problem I have a little bit with this is SPY isn't looking that bad, but SPX, the big brother of SPY, is looking really bad. I mean, if this is now our bonds and we go up, perfect. We're getting our blow off top, nice. If we're not coming up here again, this is our lower high. This whole thing is our lower high. And this, the only thing that means is Our next target is something under this. Coming up again. M. Something under this. Coming up again. T. Yeah, you know? That would mean that October was our top. Bad. Same for Bitcoin. Yeah. But let's see. Let's see what the day will bring us. Right now, it's not looking that bad. I really want to see upside just right now. Okay. Hopefully, I will be healthy in a few days. Then I can make videos every day again and with more energy. Thank you for the great wishes. If you have questions, you can write in the comments. If you have wishes for other stocks, the same. And if you liked it, leave a like. See you hopefully tomorrow.